And we continue here at the Idea Showroom. We're going to be hearing from AXEAN Festival. It is from a Southeastern region's premier music export platform connecting over 200 artists with professionals from across 32 countries. To tell us about this project, we have Satria Ramadhan and MC Galang. Welcome.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Satria Ramadhan. I'm a co-founder of AXEAN Festival together with MC. Please introduce yourself as well.
Hi, Vidya. My name is MC. I'm also, like Satria said, I'm a co-founder of ASEAN Festival. I'm also a promoter, music curator from Manila, Philippines.
Yeah, we start this AXEAN Festival in 2020 during pandemic. The first two edition is online version, and then the first two offline festival was in Singapore at that time, and we moved to Bali for this past 2 years, Three. And this year will be our third time doing in Bali. Mm-hmm. So it's like a music showcase festival for our region in Southeast Asia. Yeah.
And I would like to add, this is currently the only showcase festival that brings together all 10 countries in Southeast Asia. So basically, if you want to know more about Southeast Asia, any of the markets there, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, and all of the others, ASEAN Festival is basically your gateway to our region.
Yeah.
So 15 minutes is very, very short for us to talk about our region. But we want to emphasize, like, I think similar to other places in the world, like Europe, Southeast Asia is not a monolith. It's not just one sound. We are a region of many scenes, languages, audiences, and creative movements. I think for us specifically, our co-founder, one of our other co-founders, often say that we are very much known for many things, like our food, our beaches, maybe our drinks as well, our beers, and many other touristy things, but not specifically music, not specifically our arts. So for us, that was what drove us, all of the co-founders, which represents basically all of the countries in Southeast Asia, where there are 8 of us currently, to come together during the pandemic and say that, I think out of all the times, this is the perfect opportunity for us to actually, it is time for us to put together this showcase that we've seen in other places around the world, in North America, in Europe, but we don't have something like this back home in Southeast Asia. So that's what drove us to, okay, finally, let's do this.
Yeah, so in AXEAN Festival, we have 4 pillars, So except only like a common showcase festival, we also music discovery. So if you want to know more about Southeast Asian emerging artists, we are the place to see. And also we have a panel discussion as well, knowledge sharing about what happened in Southeast Asian territory. We also have a community networking, like we invite some delegates. For example, like last year, we have 200 delegates coming from all around the world. So yeah, this is the opportunity for not only Southeast Asian musicians. We also invite Asian. We also invite some European and also from Canada and US. Yeah.
Yes.
And we gather them in one place in Jimbaran Hub in Bali. And also after that festival, we also have a songwriting camp. It's like we invite all of the singer, songwriter, and music producer come in one. We book one villa actually in Bali in a proper place, and we create some template for the people to do a songwriting session.
Yeah, for about a week. So that basically we wanted to make sure that what we do at the festival lives on beyond those 3 days.
Yeah.
So there are more opportunities for artists to actually meet other artists, not just in Southeast Asia but also in other places. And we also want to emphasize that for us, we do work with a lot of emerging artists, but we also work with a lot of legacy artists. And like Satria said, it's not just Southeast Asian artists. Of course, that is our priority. priority, being that we really want to champion our region, but we also have a lot of representation from outside Southeast Asia, the rest of Asia basically, North America, Europe. The one thing that we currently want to have more of is, I would say, more Latin representation. We don't have a lot of, we've never had any artists from Latin America or any Latin artists actually, and even delegates. Oh, well, a few. But yeah, that's something that we really want to know, that we really want to have more of. So just a snapshot of what we've done so far at ASEAN. Over our 5 editions from 2020 to 2024, like Satria said earlier, we have over 200 artists from 20 countries from around the world. We have more than 400 international delegates from 32 countries, including Europe. During our first 2 editions, during the pandemic, we've had about nearly 50,000 online viewers, and on the duration of our offline, the live festival itself, we have nearly 20,000 on-site attendees. Last year in Bali, we have 3,000 attendees, and then we have 169 international delegates from 23 countries, including, again, Europe. And we want, like, for the composition of that delegate network is, we have over half from Southeast Asia, 59%, 17% from the rest of Asia, and then 24% from rest of world. So we want to emphasize for the 59% of Southeast Asia, again, like we said, for people who has no idea but is interested in knowing more about Southeast Asia, not just artists, but want to connect with music industry professionals, business people from those different markets in Southeast Asia. ASEAN Festival has that huge concentration. So basically, if you go to our festival, you would meet all those people that make those decisions, and also connect with other industry professionals from the rest of Asia. So yeah.
Yeah, and also we have some data about the leads to real export outcomes. Yeah. From the 199 artists from 22 countries, 70 artists with the track outcomes. So we also have some success stories. So for example, like last year we have one Balinese band perform in Primavera Pro, and we have some artists that perform in Fuji Rock Festival in Japan, Les Escales in Saint Nazaire in France, Playtime in Mongolia, and also in ASEAN India Music Festival in New Delhi, and also Incheon Pentaport Rock Festival in South Korea. So this is like some example that our AXEAN alumni get their exposure after performing in AXEAN Festival.
And also last month we had the ASEAN.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We have an AXEAN mixer in Focus Wales in Wrexham. So we invite 4 AXEAN alumni from Indonesia, from Manila, and also from Malaysia. They have an opportunity to showcasing their music in Wrexham. Yeah.
And also similarly, so while we have representation of artists from ASEAN to these festivals, likewise, this is a cross-cultural cross-festival collaboration. So in turn, we're also bringing in artists from those countries, let's say from Japan, from France, from Mongolia, from India, South Korea, and from the United Kingdom to our festival. So again, this is not just, like you come to our festival and that's it, but we're also like bringing something else also outside.
Yeah, we promote all of our AXEAN alumni basically. So yeah, if you have time, please come to AXEAN Festival. The 7th edition will be happening end of August, yeah?
Yeah, 28 to 30.
30, we invite you, and if you want to come as a delegate, please contact us. And yeah. Actually, we also want to share the 1-minute video from the last year edition, if you don't mind.
Video.
Yeah, where is it? Yeah, this one. Okay. Let's try.
a game to me. It's a bit to play. But my soul again. Sitting with 5 wild kids. Climbing air, tree made. 41% in high school. Flying the sky, see it. When I feel alive, when I feel alive. Drink whiskey, dropping money. In the ground whiskey. Unite, trail. When I feel alive, when I feel alive.
That's it from us. Yeah.
Was the music from a band, local band from?
Yeah, it's from Bali. It's called Morbid Monkey. Actually, they're gonna perform in Les Escales, France next July, and in Paris as well in Supersonic.
What are some of the general misconceptions from European or American music industry professionals when they're trying to, portray or understand the culture of the Southeast Asian music scene?
There's a lot, but I think for us, I think some of the things that we want to, I wouldn't say correct, but want to for people to have a better understanding of, is that again. Similarly, in Europe, not everything is the same. Like if you go to from Spain to France, it's not just not only the language is different, but also a lot of customs, a lot of traditions, a lot of way of approaching things. It's the same in Southeast Asia. It's different cultures, different ways of creative and musical expressions. So even within our region, even within different countries, like Indonesia is massive. Philippines is an archipelago, so many islands. You go from one place, from north to south, it's extremely different. And then also, it's not for us. Our music is not an interpretation of, let's say, Western music. Definitely, there's a lot of influence, but we also put our spin to it. I don't know if you guys heard of, let's say, one example that I could think of is budots from the Philippines. It's this thing that has gone extremely viral. Now who we call the pioneer of budots, his name is DJ Love, has been performing all over Europe, and I think the reason is I think the way that the European audience has appreciated him is that obviously there are references like Western music references that they can relate to, but at the same time there's something different about it, not exotic. I want to make that clear, not exotic, but it's just different that they don't hear anywhere because it's native to us. These are sounds, the way that he's making Budot's music is that these are sounds that are coming from his environment. There's a similar, what we call it grassroots electronic music. There's the same in every country in Southeast Asia. In
Indonesia, we have Fangkot. It's more similar like Budot, and also as our MC said, we also have a specific genre in Indonesia. It's called dangdut.
Dangdut, yeah.
Yeah, dangdut is a huge genre in Indonesia, but overall, I can say in Indonesia there's not only dangdut, they also are metalheads. So I can say from the 200 millions of population in Indonesia, most of them like metals and punk. So
really?
Yeah.
Huge, yeah. It's huge. Hard, really hard rock music.
Yeah, so maybe if your band or maybe your artist under your management likes or want to do promotion in Southeast Asia, so you can consider Indonesia as one of the main destination. Yeah.
For hard rock and metal, is there a historical explanation as to why metal and sort of more extreme rock is?
Because of the influences come from during the war era. So some of them listened the music from their ancestor or maybe it's from their parents. So this is still happening until now, and then they really enjoy. And sometimes the new generation create new music with the metal and punk genre.
I would say also that's a lot of colonial influences. Like for example, in the Philippines, we were colonized by Spain for 333 years. So our language Tagalog has a lot of Spanish loanwords. So earlier I was maybe understood like 15% of the talk earlier, just because our language is pretty much similar. But also like it also trickles down into the culture, not just again like with the food and everything, but also in the music. Like for us, we love romantic ballads. There's a lot of like drama in our music, even like our popular music. There's a lot of that, sauce in that I would say is inherited from Spain, but also like even like the American influence, which is true for the most part around the globe. So again, like if people coming from these other parts of the world come to Southeast Asia, they would recognize a lot of things that they're familiar with already, but there's again something very different that we hope that they can appreciate, not just because it's something that's unfamiliar to them, but something that they can take as we can learn from this, because it's new to us. We can probably learn and sort of unpack why does this sound like this, and how does it mix with something that we're like pop music or like Brit pop. Those things. So it's a good mix of many things, but at the same time, it's very native. It's very fundamental to our region.
So I understand that the lineup is mostly local Southeast Asian acts, right? It's not like.
Yeah, I would say like maybe 65% of our lineup every year is Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
I think right.
Yeah.
Definitely majority.
Yeah.
And then we have we always make sure that we allocate slots for other artists from around the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like the business model doesn't depend on you having Charlie XCX as a headliner.
Oh, definitely. No, we can't afford even if we wanted to.
No, because that's what every festival around the world is like, following the model. Like, let's get international headliners to sell tickets and then fill out the bill with local acts and stuff. You're doing it the other way around, right?
Yeah.
It's like, good.
One thing that I also noticed in terms of like, to answer the question why Southeast Asia, very recently in the last few years, we've noticed that a lot of festivals from other parts of the world, like in Europe and North America, have been doing their franchise in Southeast Asia, like Tomorrowland from Belgium. They're doing their first edition in Thailand, I think later this year. We've had Rolling Loud from Miami has done already, I think, 2 editions in Thailand also. So there is something there that these promoters are recognizing in our markets, that it's not just something that they can sell to us that's already like their brand, but that there is a market back home for them. So.
Ah, fantastic. Well, is there any other part that you'd like to share from this? Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Very interesting.
A real pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you. And if you have any questions, we'll be here.
Yeah.
So just approach us. Thank you so much again.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Satria and MC from AXEAN Festival.
Thank you.